Most people don't fail because they are not capable. They fail because they quietly give up on themselves long before they ever truly begin. Not in a dramatic way, not with a big announcement, but slowly, in small decisions, skipping one effort, delaying one responsibility, telling themselves, I'll start tomorrow. And tomorrow turns into weeks, and weeks turn into years. If you're listening to this right now, there's a good chance you've felt that before. That quiet frustration, that feeling of knowing you could do more, be more, but somehow not moving. Not because you're lazy, but because something inside you feels stuck. And the truth is, that feeling is more common than you think. But here's what most people don't realize. Your life is not controlled by big moments. It's shaped by small, repeated choices. The things you do when no one is watching. The habits you build when motivation is low. The way you talk to yourself when things don't go your way. Think about it. Every successful person you admire didn't wake up one day completely transformed. They didn't suddenly become disciplined, confident, or focused. They built those traits over time. Slowly, imperfectly, sometimes painfully. There's a story that doesn't get told often. It's not about talent or luck. It's about the days when nothing feels exciting. The days when progress is invisible. The days when quitting would feel easier than continuing. Those are the days that matter most. Because discipline is not something you use when you feel strong. Discipline is what carries you when you don't. You don't need to feel motivated to take action. You need to take action so motivation has a reason to exist. And this is where most people get it wrong. They wait to feel ready. They wait to feel confident. They wait to feel inspired. But readiness is not something you wait for. It's something you create by starting. You start messy. You start unsure. You start even when your mind is full of doubt. Because the only way to become someone new is to do things your current self finds uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. It has always been uncomfortable. Think about learning something new. The first time you try, you struggle. You make mistakes. You feel slow. And for a moment, it feels like maybe you're just not good enough. But that feeling, that exact moment, is where growth begins. Most people walk away at that point. They protect their comfort instead of building their future. But the people who move forward, they stay. They accept that being bad at something is part of becoming good at it. They understand that progress is not supposed to look perfect. And that mindset changes everything. Because when you stop expecting things to be easy, you stop getting discouraged by difficulty. You start seeing effort as part of the process instead of a sign that something is wrong. Now, think about your own life, the goals you have, the person you want to become. Maybe it's doing better in your studies. Maybe it's building confidence. Maybe it's creating opportunities for yourself and your family. Whatever it is, it matters. But wanting something is not enough. Everyone wants a better life. Everyone wants success, respect, and stability. But not everyone is willing to go through the daily effort required to build it. And that's where the difference is created. Not in talent, not in intelligence, but in consistency. Can you keep going when the results are slow? Can you stay focused when distractions are everywhere? Can you continue improving when no one is praising you? Because the truth is, most of your work will go unnoticed. Most of your effort will not be celebrated. And if you rely on external validation to keep going, you will stop long before you reach your potential. You have to learn how to become your own source of motivation. That means showing up even when no one expects you to. That means doing the work even when no one is watching. That means holding yourself accountable even when it would be easier to make excuses. And yes, there will be days when you fail, days when you lose focus, days when you feel like you've taken steps backward. That's normal. What matters is not perfection. What matters is your ability to return, to come back the next day, to try again, to rebuild momentum, even if it feels slow. Because success is not a straight line. It's a series of attempts, some strong, some weak, but all moving you forward if you don't stop completely. And here's something important to understand. Your environment will not always support your growth. People around you may not understand your goals. Some may even doubt you. That's why your belief in yourself has to be stronger than their opinion. Not in an unrealistic way, not by pretending everything is easy, But by trusting that if you keep learning, keep improving, and keep showing up, you will eventually get better. Confidence is not something you have before you start, it's something you build through action. Every time you do something difficult, you prove to yourself that you're capable. Every time you keep going despite discomfort, you strengthen your mindset. And over time, those small wins begin to change how you see yourself. You stop thinking, I can't do this. And you start thinking, this is hard, but I'm learning. That shift is powerful. Because once you believe you can improve, you stop being controlled by your current limitations. You begin to see challenges differently. Instead of avoiding them, you start facing them. Instead of fearing failure, you start using it as feedback. And that's when real growth begins. Education, in its true sense, is not just about passing exams or getting grades. It's about building the ability to think, to adapt, and to solve problems. It's about becoming someone who can handle life with clarity and strength. The knowledge you gain is important, but the habits you build while learning are even more valuable. The ability to focus, the discipline to study even when you don't feel like it, the patience to understand something deeply instead of rushing through it. These are the qualities that will shape your future. And the best part is, you don't need perfect conditions to start building them. You don't need the best resources, you don't need the perfect plan, you just need a decision to take responsibility for your time, your effort, and your growth. Because at the end of the day, your future is not decided by what you say you want. It's decided by what you consistently do. So if you feel behind, don't panic. If you feel lost, don't give up. You're not supposed to have everything figured out right now. What matters is that you move forward, even if it's one small step at a time. Read one page, practice one concept, improve one habit, reduce one distraction. Small actions, repeated daily, create results that look impossible over time. And one day you'll look back and realize that the person you wanted to become didn't appear suddenly. You built that person quietly, consistently, through effort that no one else saw. That's the reality of growth. It's not loud, it's not instant, but it's powerful. So start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. And most importantly, don't wait for a perfect moment. Because the moment you've been waiting for is not coming. It's created the moment you decide to begin.